Thank you so much for joining me today. I am truly excited to share with you a very simple breathing technique that not only will boost your immune system, but also create alkalinity in your body. And why is alkalinity important? Because that's the only way your body is able to fight all kinds of viruses and bacteria. So we're going to oxygenate every cell in our body. And this is actually a technique I use every single morning. And then whenever I have time, I'll also do it throughout the day. But this is the way that I start every single day. So you want to make sure you don't eat. You do it on an empty stomach. And this is a technique that I learned from Wim Hof. For those of you that don't know who he is or perhaps have heard, you know that this is a technique that has been studied now by universities. And not only they've looked at his method by injecting him with different viruses and bacteria like E. coli, and then monitoring to see what happens to him. And of course, the E. coli would completely go away. So they thought that initially it was just him, that he was like a freak of nature, but it was actually happening to everyone who learned his method. So his students were exposed to the same kind of things, and then the same kind of effects were noticed. So because there's so much chaos right now and stress going on around the world, I wanted to share this simple technique that I use every single morning. And I know that it's going to make you feel so much better. It's going to make you feel energized, clear. It's going to bring clarity into your mind. So not only is it great to use during viral seasons, right? But it's great to boost your immune system. It's great to create centeredness, clearness in yourself, within yourself, connectedness. So this is just a wonderful way to declutter yourself from stress, everyday stress. And we're all bombarded by stress every single day. Another thing that I want to mention, there's a couple of things. A lot of you have been asking me, what do I need to take to boost my immune system, especially if I'm traveling? I'm so concerned. I would say do not be overstressed, overly concerned, but make sure that your vitamin D levels, the D3, 25-hydroxy, is adequate. So for those of you that have gone to a physician or you're going to draw a blood work, make sure that you test that level, and you want to make sure that you're in the optimal range of at least 65. So you want to make sure that your vitamin D3 level is at least 65. Now, if you're lower than that, what do you do? So it depends how low you are. But I would say on the average right now, if you're traveling, make sure you take 10,000 international units of vitamin D3 every day. Make sure that you buy from reputable source. And if you have questions, I'll be happy to post what those sources are. There's many companies that make great vitamin D3. Otherwise, 5,000 international units a day is great. You can also take liposomal vitamin C. And for those of you that really want to boost, you feel like your immune system is a little weak, you want to boost it, you can get an IV Myers cocktail with about 9 grams of vitamin C in it. So that's going to also boost your immune system. So the difference between taking vitamin C orally and taking high dose of vitamin C intravenously is you're actually it's going to go directly into your bloodstream, so you're not going to have any GI issues. Now, for those of you that are just taking ester C or any kind of regular buffered C, you might encounter GI issues like diarrhea at high doses, which is pretty common. So that there's nothing wrong with that. Now, also know that your body cannot absorb more than 2 grams of vitamin C at a time. So if you're taking it orally, that's the maximum dose it can absorb. And then, of course, you have to take more after a couple of hours. One of the vitamin C's that I love to take is liposomal vitamin C. So, of course, I can post a link to that as well. So that's a great one to remember. Let's see what else. I would say if you are anywhere near the sun, and you can go outside and get exposed to natural sunshine and vitamin D, that's perfect as well. That's going to boost your immune system as well. And that also means that you do not want to slather yourself in sun lotion, sunblock, because it's going to block your vitamin D3. So if you have fair skin, you tend to burn easily, you can do it either early in the morning, 30 minutes of exposure to the sun, or after 4 o'clock. That also works. So first, I'm going to guide you through how I do this breathing exercise, what kinds of things you need, and then we'll do it together. So usually I like to do it in 3 rounds. So we'll do 3 rounds today. I'm going to show you what you need. So just remember this. We're going to start by inhaling all the way in and exhaling all the way out. And we're going to do that 30 times. So the way that I like to count is I like to do it on my fingers. So this way you'll know when it's 30 times is up. So on the count of 30, when you've done your 30 breath, on the 30th breath, as you exhale out all the air out of your lungs, you're going to hold. You're going to close your mouth. You're not going to breathe. And this is going to be a moment of absolute stillness. You'll probably be able to notice there's all kinds of things going on around you. But know that you're in your own center and you're actually accessing the deepest parts of your brain, okay? The reptilian parts of your brain. So you're creating this kind of synchronicity, stillness, calmness, and you're boosting and oxygenating every single cell in your body. You're creating alkalinity in your body. So we're going to do that 30 times. So you're going to hold as long as you can. And one of the things you can use a stopwatch. I like to use my phone for that. And so, of course, you can have your stopwatch here ready. So as soon as you exhale, you just press start. And you're going to hold as long as you can. And usually a minute is great. If you can't, that's also okay. Start wherever you can. Sometimes what happens is you'll notice that you want to swallow, and that's okay. So you can just kind of, your throat is going to want to do that. So just kind of swallow, make that motion happen, and still hold. Hold as long as you can. And then when you feel you can no longer hold, for some of you it might be 30 seconds, a minute is where I'd love for you to go. So for some of you, it might be longer than a minute. And then what will happen when you no longer can hold, you're going to take a big inhale. And as you inhale, you're going to hold again and push the air out through your ears. Just kind of put the pressure through your ears and through the crown of your head. So you're going to hold all that energy in your brain as long as you can. And then your stopwatch is still going to keep going. And most likely you'll reach either 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. If you're below that, that is also fine. And that is round 1. So then we're going to relax and we'll do the same thing again. So we're going to go through the exercise of doing it 3 times. So let me get ready and let's do it. So ready? We're going to inhale all the way and exhale. So Wonderful. So that was round one. And for those of you that are holding, you can keep holding. I'm going to explain a couple of things that perhaps you felt. Some of you might feel in the first couple of breaths like you're getting really lightheaded and dizzy. This is normal because you're oxygenating every cell in your body. So you can close your eyes. You probably saw me closing my eyes. You can keep your eyes closed or open. It doesn't matter. Whatever feels comfortable for you, just make sure that you stay connected and you follow through. So that was round one. So let's do round two together. And I would love, of course, to hear your feedback. I'll be posting this and sharing it with all of you again. And if you notice, also just remember not to eat anything at least an hour before you do this kind of breath work, because it could make you a little queasy, feel a little queasy. I love doing it on an empty stomach, so it's the first thing in the morning that I love doing. Sometimes I go to the gym, and then while I'm there, I'm doing this breath work as well. I actually did it today at the gym. So let's do it again. And let me reset the timer. And another thing that I like to do is sometimes, I don't know if you saw me, I'm doing these movements sometimes. So to hold the breath longer, I kind of do this spiral motion, and it gives me, perhaps you can try it, an ability to kind of hold my breath longer by doing this kind of spiral motion. So that also supports and helps. Another thing that I love to visualize in the very beginning is a beautiful white light coming from above and kind of running through and cleansing my whole body. So you can also set intentions when you're doing this breath work. Whatever it is that you want to connect to, just make sure that you set the intention first. But really, it's all about your breath, being in your center, being in your stillness. Of course, you can connect to the light and have the light as an intention being connected to you at all times. And then remember that if you feel like you need more support in holding your breath, you can just do this spiral work back and forth. Okay, so let's try that and see if you can hold the breath longer. So let me set the timer, and of course you can have your own timer, whatever works best for you. But it's nice to kind of be able to track the amount of time you can hold your breath. And here, again, this is not a competition. We're not competing with anyone. You're just doing this for yourself, and you're really tracking your own progress. Okay? Ready? So let's do it again. So again, we're going to take 30 breaths in and out. And on the 30th breath, you're going to exhale all the air out of your lungs and hold your breath. And then you hold it for as long as you can. And then after that, you're going to take a big inhale and hold the air in again, and you're going to visualize or feel it kind of pressure, this pressure coming through your ears and your crown, but you're going to hold the breath. You're not going to inhale or exhale after that until you're done. So, and then that's going to be round two. So let's do that. Ready? And So for me, that was round 2. I know for me, I noticed something that sometimes happens. I noticed excess saliva that was building up in my mouth. So if you feel that, this is also normal. You can just swallow it, and but make sure you don't take a breath. Another thing I forgot to mention is make sure during this any kind of cold and flu season that you keep your body healthy. And that means keeping your gut healthy, clean up your diet. So one of the things I always recommend is staying away from sugars, refined sugars, but also eating a lot of fruit. So if you're eating a lot of fruit, that is sugar. So you want to make sure that you take notice of how much sugar you consume. And that is also in the fruit form as well. Also, cutting out all dairy. Dairy produces mucus. So during cold and flu season, it tends to create more mucus in your nasal passages, in your bronchioles. So you want to make sure that everything is clear. You're keeping yourself clear. Uh, Another thing to stay away from is, if you can, of course, is alcohol. Alcohol consumption also will weaken your immune system. And it's also high in sugar. It's a fermented product, so you want to make sure that you watch how much of it you consume. I know I've had a lot of questions about consuming kombucha. So for those of you that are consuming tons of kombucha, every single day you're drinking kombucha, again, it's fermented sugar. So it's not only the mushroom, but it's actually the sugar content in it as well. So you want to make sure that you check all of the things that you're consuming on a daily basis and try to cook your meals as much as possible. So consume lots of vegetables, lots of green things, lots of soups, especially in the cold winter and springtime. This is amazing. Great, nutritionally dense foods that are crucial to maintaining healthy gut and therefore healthy immune system. So you ready for round 3? We're going to do one more round and then we're set for today. And I just want you to keep in mind that this is something that would be great for you to start your morning with, to end your day with. And throughout the day, if you're feeling like you're getting a little cold, your immune system is weakening, do this as many times as you can throughout the day. If you're feeling stressed, you're at work and something is really bothering you and you're stressed out, you can go in your car, perhaps for 10 minutes, or you can go in the bathroom and just do this breath work. Or perhaps you have an nice office space, and just do this breath work wherever you are. That's the beauty of it. There's nothing really that you need. You actually don't even need a stopwatch. This is more just for you to track your progress and see where you are. All right, ready? So we're going to do round 3. Let me reset it. Okay, ready? Wonderful. I actually forgot to turn my stopwatch on, so I turned it halfway through. Another thing that I wanted to share with you with this breath work, why it's so truly amazing, not only to prevent cold and flus and keep your immune system strong, but for those of you that are suffering from anxiety, depression, seasonal kind of blues, this is an incredible way to bring sunshine into your entire being. And perhaps some of you that have been doing this breath work with me have noticed tingling all throughout your brain, right? And also perhaps tingling through your body. You're turning on endorphins in your body. You're turning on your serotonin, which is so amazing. And just know that, yes, there's so many things you can use exogenously, right, to take them as herbs and different substances, but you really don't need any of it because all of it resides within you. It's about unlocking this incredible power that exists within you and using it every day. And this is something that all of us have. So I thank you all for joining me today. I hope that you find this helpful. You can use this video to practice it together with me anytime you want, or just do it at your own convenience by yourself. So thank you so much. Wellness wishes to all of you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.